Good morning, friends. Today I'm going to take a great couple trails. This will be probably an hour and a half hike at the Spencer Crest Nature Center here in Corning, New York. It's the top of the hill near Corning Community Campus. I remember coming here quite often, 20, 30 years ago, and I want to see how they've developed these trails because there's only 2 or 3 maybe when I came here last time, some 25 years ago or more. Let's see what they've come up with. Come on, let's get on the trail. My goal really is to come down here, take this trail as far as I can go, and kind of get toward this lean-to and then regroup. I might want to go the whole way around. I'm not sure where. So I'm going to start out on this white trail here. It's called the Meadow Trail, and then we're going to branch off. All right, now we're up on our very first intersection. We're going to go to the left. I've only been on this trail for probably 30 seconds and I'm in love with it already. It is so quiet, and because we're away from the larger cities in the Philadelphia area, we don't hear no highway noises, there's no noises from planes. It's just really, really peaceful. Let's just enjoy this together. Let's keep going. At this point, the trail kind of splits in many ways, but to the right is the Rockwell Pavilion. We don't want to go up there, although it is pretty. We're not going that way. The trail we're taking here is to go straight on this elevated wooden path. You can also take a little roundabout or shortcut through the woods with no wooded trail. That's just a regular natural dirt path, but it does connect back up with this one right here that we're going to go on. Let's continue straight forward. Another really enjoyable aspect of being on an elevated trail is that it's so silent. I really do like going through the rustle of the leaves, for sure. But to be walking in nature with no traffic around, no air traffic around, and no rustling, it is so absolutely silent to walk. Just listen for a few seconds. Man, it's just unbelievable. Let's keep moving. Listen to this beautiful silence. I'm even off the wooden path. Now I'm into some pine bedding, and just listen. Even with leaves, it's very hard to hear any foot motion at all. Listen. It's just awesome. We went past that lean-to trail. I didn't see any lean-to, and the trail dumped onto this white loop, which is the Meadow Trail. Then we're going to hook into, in just probably 100 or 200 yards, something called the Maple Run. This in turn is going to get us onto another trail that will take us to the Turtle Pond, and that's kind of where I want to head down and show you guys that. So right now we're going to hook into Maple Run. Probably the most confusing part of this beautiful area is that now in the wintertime there are so many side trails. It's very easy to get lost in here. Luckily I brought my compass and I've been doing some checks now and again to make sure I'm on course, but if you didn't have those simple tools, it might be very difficult to navigate, especially in the summertime where you can't see through to a roadway or another bigger landmark. So be sure to bring that compass with you, and just as a general rule, take it out there and challenge yourself to get better at orienting. All right, let's keep moving on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. Oftentimes what you can't see on a map, if it's not a topographical map, is the elevation change. And here, there's definitely a big elevation change. It drops right straight off. In fact, I may have to be putting the camera down so I can navigate this, but it drops right off here to continue on this Maple Run trail. After descending that hill, you're going to come to an intersection. This is Deer Run. We won't go on that trail, although it looks pretty beautiful. We're going to continue on this one. We're still on the target for Turtle Pond. I've been asked multiple times about my gear, and I use this really, really nice harness, and it's great for those extremes, like that trail. As it progressed down that rocky bank, I could use both hands instead of trying to manage a camera that's on a strap and kind of jostling around. This, I can move it around. It's got a safety, so if it falls, it'll catch on a tether. It's really great. In fact, I'm about ready to head down the hill, and we're going to give this another try. It's been a great complement to all my other gear, and it's a fantastic product from Cotton Carrier, Cotton Carrier Company. They make a slew of really great camera gear, so you might want to check those out. Don't get paid for the promotion, but this is an awesome company and a great product. Let's keep moving on. All right, we found our way to the red trail, which goes down to Turtle Pond. We're going to take that. Man, I would be lying if I said I wasn't enjoying this hike. For the amount of time, I stop and set up video shots and stuff like that, it kind of slows me down. But still, this trail, so many different terrains, muddy, swampy, rocky, elevated. It goes from a very simple walking path onto some pretty treacherous, rocky inclines and declines. I'm really, really excited about this trail, and I'm kind of disappointed that I hadn't come up here and investigated it a little further the last visit that I had in this area. Let's keep moving forward. It is just unbelievable. Hopefully you guys are getting a chance to get outdoors today. If not, continue with me right now. We've come to another intersection, and this is a change in the trail. This is going down to the actual pond, and it appears that if you go on this trail over here, it just takes you kind of around an upper loop. So we're going to head right straight down to the pond. I'm kind of stoked because I can see the pond from here. So I think we're going to head over this way. And it's starting to get really damp, so we're getting close. Check this out behind me. It's absolutely beautiful. There's still a little bit of surface ice, but it's now pretty warm out. Probably the high 30s, the low 40s. I'm still enjoying this hike. I can't believe I've never investigated this trail. I'm going to soak this in, and then we're going to head back and make a loop back to the parking area. All right, we made it to Turtle Pond. It was a great little hike. I could hike straight through on this trail hook up to, a service road on the campus here at Corning Community College, and then loop back around. But instead of doing that, I'm just gonna double back and then take an alternate route about halfway back to the nature center. And yeah, I'll keep you informed. Let's keep moving. All right, we've circled back around, and now we're at that branch off where I had taken the chance of going down closer to the pond or going up around a different way. So now we're going to head back. So that means I'm going to go in this direction and just continue on this red trail for a little bit. And I've referred to this as the Red Trail, and it's actually called College Way. And my guess is that's because it loops both ways. The beginning and the end of this trailhead end on the road on campus in the college. So when I said Red Trail, it's College Way. We're going to continue on College Way until we intersect Maple Run. Well, I guess they do say what goes up must come down. And although it was a rocky terrain going down, and I risked those chances of falling, and I did have this handy carrying device with me, this holster, it's still quite a incline, a really quick blast before we hook into that Maple Run. I'm gonna put the camera down again so I could keep my hands free, and we're gonna work our way up this hill. We've reached that intersection where Deer Run crosses this trail that's going to end up going to Maple Run. Maple Run right here is the yellow trail, and then the orange is the Deer Run. We're going to continue on Maple Run. Wow, that was pretty strenuous. I did give myself a little break the top of the hill, but only for like 30 45 seconds. I want to keep that heart rolling. I just don't want to overexert myself, and I know that was the worst of it right there. Everything else is pretty much a straight shot. So as I catch my breath and we move forward, hopefully you're all enjoying your trip with me today at this trail, Spencer Nature Center here in top of the hill in Corning, New York. Let's keep moving on. We're about 3/4 of the way back. All right, we've made our way back to where the gazebo was and where this hooked into the lean-to trail. Now we're on the wooden trail and heading back to the parking area. Maybe take a quick glimpse and see if they've changed anything at the actual center itself here at Spencer Crest, but we're gonna keep enjoying this beautiful hike. All right, we're coming up on the last little turn before we get back to the parking lot. Man, what an awesome, awesome, awesome trip today. Really excited that you guys all joined me. Let's take a peek at the center right now and see how it's changed over the years. So this center literally looks exactly the same as it did 25 to 30 years ago. I'm really excited that I had a chance to come up here and take you guys along on this great hike. Now, like I said, be wary that there's a lot of offshoots to the main trails, and sometimes it's a little bit confusing. So stop, orient yourself, no matter if you're going for a 45-minute hike or a full day out. I really appreciate your time, folks. Hopefully everybody's doing great. And I want to thank all of you guys for joining me on this episode of Outdoors with Aaron. I hope all of you are having a great weekend and getting a chance to go outdoors. And if you don't, or even if you do, you can always come back here and get outdoors with Aaron. All right, until next time.